नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। दिस इज JVN डॉक्टर मीनाक्षी सोनी, फैकल्टी ऑफ होम्योपैथिक साइंस, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ रेपर्टरी, ज्योति विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी, जयपुर। Boger concept of totality. As per the Boger, he given some concept for creating a totality of the symptom and for the clinical use. This is Boger Bonninghausen characteristic repertory picture by CM Boger. These are some principles. Those are given by CM Boger. First is doctrine of complete symptom. That is also given by Bonninghausen and Boger taken from the BTPP. Prime importance of modality, doctrine of concomitant, doctrine of generalization, doctrine of pathological general, doctrine of causation and time, clinical rubrics, placing the mental symptom at the end, fever totality, evaluation of the remedy and concordance. These are the principles, those given by Bonninghausen and Boger, because these are mix up. But these principles are mentioned by the Boger in the BBCR. Doctrine of complete symptom. Previously, we discussed in the Bonninghausen concept of totality, what is the complete symptom philosophy of the Bonninghausen. So, in short, complete symptom has four components: location, sensation, modality, and the concomitant. So, that is the complete symptom. Next, importance of modality. Boger accepted the formula of Bonninghausen and he emphasized on the modalities. He considered the modality to be paramount importance, and the sensation and the modality are first referred to the parts and concert and then the whole generally. And Boger also view contradictory modalities between the patient and the remedy as a criterion for exclusion of the remedy. Next is the doctrine of concomitant. Regarding the concomitant, Boger writes as a group of concomitant contain many anomalous and peculiar symptoms. They are often so distinctive of a remedy as to tender the name of disease, under which a peculiar symptom may occur of the little movement. Nevertheless, the modalities, mental accompaniments, and the duration of an unusual symptom govern its position. When these go to make up a harmonious picture, it becomes a true characteristic. Otherwise, it has only negative value. Doctrine of grand generalization, that is it. Broker emphasized the general symptom as the middle path between the mental and the particular. He wrote it ordinary practice generalization is least understood and very often neglected to the determinant of good work. A curative prescription can only based on generals which include and are derived from the particulars. That is given by CM Boger. He generalized many conditions when they were found in more than three parts or organ. That is, three regions manifest the same sensation or modalities. This symptom can be generalized, and generalization is one of the most important function to be performed in the process of evaluation of the symptom. But Boger was aware of the danger of overgeneralization and carried out the process of generalization in his work very carefully. Doctrine of pathological general. Boger went further to seek general changes in tissues and parts of the body, as he was not satisfied by merely following the principle of complete symptom. He regarded pathological general as representing the tendency of the whole constitution and stressed their value as opposed to the diagnostic pathology. He argued that these are the pathological condition which become the characteristic of the patient. मतलब कि जो pathological changes हो रहे हैं उसकी वजह से disease develop हो रही है in chronic condition and acute sometime. So these characteristic symptom जो हैं ये आ रहे हैं अगर पेशेंट में, तो ये किसकी वजह से हैं? ये पैथोलॉजिकल चेंजेस की वजह से। तो उसको उन्होंने इस्तेमाल किया था characteristic symptom को as a pathological general. Pathological general tell the state of the whole body, its changes in relation to constitution. अगर पैथोलॉजिकली कोई चेंजेस हो रहा है बॉडी में तो ये भी हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कहीं ना कहीं ये रिलेट करता है. सर्टेन टाइप ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस आर प्रोन टू सर्टेन पैथोलॉजिकल डिसीज. ये हम जानते हैं कि बहुत से ऐसे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैं जो कि पर्टिकुलर डिसीज के लिए प्रोन होते हैं. And organs showing the behavior of whole constitution, which is important to understand the individual. In the chapter sensation and complaints, in the general numerous pathological are listed. For example, convulsions, spasm, hemorrhagic tendency, induration, muscles in general, offensiveness, swelling, suppuration, psychosis, ulcer, diathesis, warts, navy, keloids, polyfibroid tumor, constitutional type, miasmatic expression, discharge. If common to or two or more parts, if more than two parts show a similar kind of pathology, structural alteration. Please note that not all rubric mentioned in this section are pathological journal. Rubric become pathological journal only if the case express the likewise. This requires knowledge of pathology and the clear interpretation of symptoms from the standpoint of pathology and expression. It is also to bear in the mind that pathological rubric are largely based on the clinical observation and confirmation. Thus, they contain the imperfect list of remedies. Doctrine of causation and time. Boger has given an adequate place and importance to causation and time of the expression, and as these factors are definite, reliable in his point of view. Each chapter in book is followed by aggravation. Section on aggravation also contain many causative factors. In the chapter choosing the remedy, he gives the importance to miasmatic cause as well as the exciting cause. The next is clinical rubric. Clinical rubric are clinical condition actually, and they are used in selecting a remedy in absence of characteristic symptom and mention several clinical conditions. They should put to a limited use. They have the physician in case of advanced pathology where the gross pathological change is present, where the physician left uh, without a clear picture. They help mainly in the finding out a palliative drug or drug which is suitable, helping to overcome, especially to start the treatment of one-sided disease. Following instruction are given by Hahnemann, aphorism number 173 of Organon. However, the remedy should agree with the pupil picture, should not be used just because it covers two pathology at two or more part. These rubric are helpful for to arrive at a group of remedies which can be further narrowed down with the help of modalities concomitant to select the most similar remedy. They cannot be neglected as they have a group of common symptoms which medicines also have produced in proving. However, the results are lesser quality since the similarity is only at the level of common symptom. Next is fever totality, that is the unique contribution of Dr. Boger in the arrangement of the chapter self-explanatory, help repertorize any simple to simple fever, and all three stages of fever are given in chill, heat, and sweat have to be analyzed with regard to type, partial type, aggravation, amelioration, and concomitant. Next is concordance, a relationship of remedy, and should be worked on the same principle as followed in the therapeutic pocketbook. Next is the importance of the mind. Mind symptoms are highest rank for the final generalization and completion of the totality, provided they are clearly marked. Hence, out of the remedies that would emerge the mental outlook, will do the final selection. Boger did not start a case with mental, but with modalities, general and particular and concomitant. He kept broad general mental symptom for the same reason already given in description of Boni-Hassan method. Mind symptoms are accepted in their hierarchy, but both express the difficulty in eliciting them without any alteration. Although mental symptoms are highly significant and attractive to the choice and correct or incorrect, they are not undependable as guides against a wrong choice of remedy as the great physical journal. But the mind is given adequate importance as it is imperative and that is the remedy selected in the agreement with the mind Boger argue mind prior itself with great accuracy in the different mode and the manner of physical expression. The interdependence of mental and physical state is so great that we can never afford to overlook it entirely. They, moreover, always clarify every symptom, often is a decisive way. That is given in Essential of Repertorization, page number 213. Forming a complete image, he is given some points. These are 7 points, and first is the changes of personality and the temperament, peculiarity of the disease, seat of disease, concomitant symptom, the cause, modality, and time. These factors are elicited similar to Bonninghausen 7 factor, and which mirror all the essential aspects required to get a complete image of the disease. Hope you understand the topic. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. Thank you.